But yeah, you didn't bomb.
That's,
But I
that's
get
good.
that though. I had that just the
That's
other
good to
night.
know. That's good to know.
There's difference. The word bombing. There's so many different levels to bombing. you know?
Ryan got up at set of the night last Sunday.
Yeah.
Up in the belly room at the Comedy Store.
Oh, yeah.
And had a totally fine set. And I was sitting like he was getting off stage, and we went back into the green room. He just had this like look on his face. He's like, "Dude, I just bomb."
Yeah.
And I was like, "No, you didn't." He goes, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yeah." I had to like grab him by the shoulders,
Yeah.
shake him like a bit mentally.
And then I calmed down and I was like, oh yeah, no, that wasn't a bomb. It was one of those sets where it was just good.
Yeah.
And nothing more, nothing less. So it was just one of those. It was like good. Nowhere close to a bomb, but like nowhere close to a kill. Just one of those weird, like, I don't really know how to feel about that set.
Like sometimes
It was just fine, you know?
Yeah.
So
I hear you.
and then I beat myself up. I'm like, I'm a piece of shit. I suck. All that.
like sometimes I'd rather have either a bomb or a kill. 'Cause
Yes.
In between, you're like, where did I go wrong?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With a bomb, like it's so blatant, so obvious, and you know what? It's so
Yeah, there's,
it's
like,
kinda
data.
Easier, yeah, data. It's kind of easier to sit with the feeling than when you're just like fine. You're
Yeah.
like,
It was just a like totally vanilla average.
Yeah. Like
Ju-
another day at work.
Yes, just a set. And yeah, like I was telling Nick, I would rather have a bomb or obviously a kill, because then there's like a story and there's data there. And but like I bombed his cold open at one of his shows a while ago, and I bombed.
That was a bomb.
I bombed.
That was a bomb.
And he was like, "You didn't bomb," and I was like, "Nick, that was a bomb."
You didn't know you were gonna cold open until you got there, though.
No, I didn't. I didn't know until Nick came up to me, and he said, "Hey, by the way, I want you to cold open." I was like, "What?" And then he walked directly on stage and started the show.
Yeah.
And not an excuse, but still, it
Yeah,
was
he has
just
a
one
habit
of
of doing that.
Yeah, he does.
Nick loves the last minute spot.
And
Yeah.
it's only to Ryan. It's like Ryan, Chris Keen, and sometimes Wyora, and sometimes maybe Clayman. But like, you guys are in this little rat pack of like, if you're in the room and Nick or Dante or Titoni's in there and they're in charge, you're going to do time
Yep.
whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Buck up, bitch. You're getting up there.
Oh yeah. No, every time Hayden and I go to one of each other's shows, we know that the other one of us is getting up.
Yeah.
Like there's no getting around it.
Yeah, it's a neat privilege unless like, you just had like a shit day.
Yeah.
You woke up a little too hungover. You're just like, fuck.
Yeah,
You
you're
get
just-
a lot of shit to do tomorrow, and you're like, I do not want to fucking do this.
Yeah, you're not in stand-up mode.
Yeah.
You didn't think that you're gonna get on stage tonight.
but like that's the best part. Like sometimes, because it really like gets you to get up there, and be like, all right, let's see what I can do. Oh, you probably do crowd work too when you do those kinds of things.
Yeah. If I have time.
Exercise.
If I have time, or if I'm an idiot, I'll just dive into a bit and it sucks. And then I'm like out of time. A minute is tough, man.
Yeah.
I would rather do 10 minutes. I'd rather do 20 minutes than 1 to 2 minutes. It's like no time to set some shit up.
I've been feeling that lately, especially with set of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Because now I'm like, I don't know if because like with my new material, I've been like kind of veering more towards just stories, hence the rock bottom theme. And like, there's no way to tell a story with 2 minutes out of context. You know what I mean? And
Nope.
like,
Yeah.
yes, I should probably have jokes that are like, but I'm also like, this just doesn't feel like the most conducive way.
Nah.
It just feels more like Dance Monkey Dance.
Yep.
I don't feel very.
Because in terms of like proper timing and stuff, you really only have time to get 1, maybe 2 jokes in, unless you're Sean Zepp.
Yes, yeah. Then you get 40.
And then you get just all the jokes you've ever written in your life. But it's one of those things where it's like, no matter how many jokes I've written, I can't narrow down all of those jokes to my absolute best 2, and then go up at the store and go, here are my best 2 jokes.
Because they never fit together properly. Because
Nope.
like
No.
one's a minute and a half, and then the other's a minute. And you're like, well, now I'm over,
Yep.
and then you run the light, and they yell at you.
Yep.
So yeah, it's rough putting those together.
And I've got some jokes that are like 45 seconds. And then another one that's like a minute 20.
Yeah.
And it won't, and then you speed through the joke because you don't want to run the light, but then that
Yeah.
fucks the joke up.
Yep.
It's all, the whole, but when you have like time, you take your time and you're like, oh, I'm chilling. I'm fine.
I have like 4 or 5 that I know fit together. Like, if it's like a 3-minute club spot, I was like, I'll just do like these 2. If it's a 2-minute club spot at the store, I'm just like, all right, I got these. Because I used to like stress out about it. Like I'd sit there, like staring at my notes, having a fucking seizure before I went on
Yeah.
stage. And then
Yes.
now it's like locked and ready to go.
Oh yeah.
The least stressful mics now are those like the improv, the store ones.
He killed at the improv.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh yeah, I fucking cleaned up. I cleaned house, guys.
Hell yeah.
That's
An actual kill.
that was so fun. No callback. That's fine. Not super bitter about it.
Oh.
But
bud.
yeah, it was just it was perfect. Every joke worked. I timed it out perfectly. It was exactly 3 minutes.
I got big laughs.
But the joke that I was planning to close on is it's the one about suicide. And I went on like the last third, and like 5 other. It had become a through theme as a joke throughout the mic of like people had jokes about suicide. And so when I was like the last one to go on and close with that, it like how all that momentum building up behind it and just fucking crushed.
Hell yeah.
Who was the dude that gave the compliment? I'm blanking on his name.
Oh, me too. Fuck.
Fucking Callahan. He's so funny. Everywhere he goes, he's so freaking funny. And we were walking back to the truck, and he pulls up and he rolls his windows down, and he called us over, and he was like, "You had the set of the night. You for sure. I thought you had the set of the night, but they gave it to some regulars." You know?
Yeah, and he was like, he was like
know how that
visibly kind of, he was like mad at the judges. He was like, no, I think they passed you over on that one. That
Yeah.
was a little fucked up. And that, from like a compliment from a comic that you actually look up to, it means way more than like, you know,
yeah.
just killing or anything from the audience.
Yeah, or
yeah.
some callback.
Yeah.
It's like like a killer thought you deserved it, and that means more than anything, man.